They introduced a killer in class, but the Human Deathworlder smiled. The Galactic Academy of Sciences was supposed to be the safest place in the Orion Spur. It was here that young cadets from across the coalition learned xenobiology, physics, combat theory, and diplomacy. The curriculum was rigorous, but safe. That was why the announcement shocked the students to their cores. Today's lesson will involve a live predator demonstration. The lecture hall filled with uneasy murmurs. Cadets from a dozen species flicked frills, tightened mandibles, or shifted nervously in their seats. Only one student didn't flinch: Alex Wren, the Terran exchange cadet. Alex leaned back in his chair, expression calm, even amused. "Humans," whispered Zrill, a crystal-bodied cadet 2 seats down. "Why do they always look so comfortable when danger is mentioned?" The instructor was a Vrixian scientist named Dr. Thull. His insectile frame clicked as he paced to the front of the room, tapping a control. The floor of the lecture hall rumbled as a reinforced cage rose from below. Inside was a creature that made half the cadets recoil in terror. It was 3 meters long, plated in black chitin, its 6 legs ending in hooked claws that screeched against the steel floor. Its jaws dripped venom as it hissed, slamming its body against the bars hard enough to shake the cage. Gasps filled the room. "That is a Skarn Reaper," Dr. Thull announced. "One of the most dangerous apex predators of the Rax Nebula. Designed by evolution to kill efficiently. It has survived on a world classified as Class 4 Deathworld." Some cadets whimpered. Others leaned back as far as their chairs allowed. Even the reptilian Corlans, who prided themselves on toughness, shifted uneasily. And then there was Alex. He smiled. The Reaper slammed into the cage again, mandibles gnashing. Dr. Thull raised a clawed hand. "Do not fear. The cage is reinforced with alloy sufficient to withstand a direct plasma strike. You are safe." Safe. The word did little to calm anyone. Except Alex, who tilted his head and muttered under his breath, "Looks like a Deathworld bug. Meaner than a hornet, uglier than a snapping turtle, but same vibe." The alien cadet beside him, a feather-crested Ala, gaped. That thing could tear through 10 soldiers in seconds. How can you look at it and smile? Alex shrugged. "Because it reminds me of home." The instructor continued. "Observe the muscle density, the sensory organs along its thorax. This creature is a perfect killer, but limited. It relies on intimidation and overwhelming aggression. Most species avoid it on sight." A logical response. The Reaper screeched, throwing itself against the cage so violently that sparks flew from the alloy. Half the class flinched. Alex chuckled. "What is funny?" Zrill asked in disbelief. Alex grinned. "Where I'm from, if you show fear, it gets worse. Predators love it when you flinch. Smile at them, though. Throws them off. They don't know what to do with prey that doesn't act like prey." The words sank in like a toxin. For species that had evolved in environments where survival meant avoiding danger, the thought of facing it head-on was alien. And then the unthinkable happened. The cage doors unlocked with a sharp clank. The entire room froze. Dr. Thull spread his arms. "And now, for demonstration purposes, we will release the Reaper." "What?" Half the class cried out in overlapping alien tongues. The doors slid open, and the Skarn Reaper skittered out, mandibles clacking, venom dripping. It hissed, eyes glowing faintly in the dim light. Students bolted for the upper rows, some curling into defensive postures, others pressing against walls. Panic filled the air. But Alex. He stood up. The Reaper turned toward the movement, mandibles flaring wide. Its claws dug into the floor as it prepared to pounce. "Alex," the Ala cadet shrieked. "It will kill you." Alex just kept smiling. "Hey there, big guy," he said softly, His voice calm, steady. Not so scary when you're up close, huh? The predator hissed, lunged, and stopped short. It cocked its head, confused. Alex wasn't cowering. He wasn't running. He wasn't even baring his teeth in aggression. He was calm. Predators expected prey to flee or fight. This human was doing neither. Alex raised a hand slowly, palm open. Where I'm from, we call this non-threatening. You'd be surprised how many mean-looking critters back home calm down if you just hold your ground. The Reaper hissed again but didn't strike. Its antennae twitched, tasting the air, reading the strange chemical signals this odd Deathworld mammal gave off. From the stands, the alien cadets stared in shock. He's insane. No, look, the creature is hesitating. Impossible. Nothing makes a Skarn Reaper hesitate. But it was. The Reaper circled Alex slowly, claws clicking on the alloy floor. Alex turned with it, never breaking eye contact, never flinching. His smile never wavered. You're just figuring it out, huh? He murmured. Not all prey runs. Some prey bites back. The predator stopped. Its head lowered, mandibles half open. The air was thick with tension. And then, after an eternal moment, the Reaper backed away. It clicked its mandibles once, almost in frustration, and skittered back into its cage. The doors slammed shut behind it. Silence. Absolute silence filled the lecture hall. Every eye turned toward Alex, the lone Terran standing in the middle of the floor with his hands in his pockets, smiling like he'd just taken a stroll. Dr. Thul's mandibles worked wordlessly before he finally managed to speak. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Humans, he paused, as if unsure how to phrase it. Humans are unlike any other species. Where others see certain death, you see familiarity. Alex shrugged. What can I say? Earth makes you weird. If something's trying to kill you, you either panic, or you learn to smile and deal with it. The alien cadets looked at him in awe, horror, and something else, respect. For the first time, they understood why humans were called deathworlders. Not just because of where they came from, but because of what that world had made them. Later that night, the alien students whispered about what they had seen. The Reaper backed down. It has never backed down before. He smiled at death. Who does that? And the whispered answer, over and over, was the same. A human. The next day, official Academy reports recorded the event. Observation: Human cadet Alex Wren displayed no fear response when confronted with apex predator. Result: predator exhibited hesitation and disengagement. Conclusion: humans possess behavioral responses to danger that defy known xenopsychological models. Smiling, a behavior associated with relaxation, may serve as a form of psychological counteraggression unique to Deathworlders. Recommendation: do not underestimate Terran behavioral strategies. The final line in bold read: when the galaxy introduced a killer, the human smiled. And across the Academy, no one ever mocked the Terran cadet again.